We're just about ready to kick off today's qualifying here in Melbourne. It's the Australian Grand Prix. This is the kind of track that eats rear tyres for breakfast, or so I'm told by more experienced drivers than myself.
Lots of low-speed exits means the rears are in for a lot of punishment. It's all too easy to spin them up coming out of a corner too aggressively. It might look great for us as spectators, as we love to see a car driven beyond its limits, but it's not going to result in a great long-run pace.
Excellent lap. We're really pleased.
And with qualifying complete, let's review our top three today. Bottas, Vettel and Charles. New drivers, new cars, it's a new Formula One season. But it's the same Albert Park that we've come to know and love for more than 2 decades now that plays host to round 1 of a 21-race championship that takes us from here in Australia, across the globe, and the eventual season finale at the Yas Island circuit in Abu Dhabi. We go racing today then in the state of Victoria, where the drivers have 16 corners and 3.3 miles to navigate at an average lap speed of around 120 miles an hour. The close proximity of the barriers makes accidents inevitable, and recent history shows us that a safety car is not at all out of the question. We have plenty of changes to the sport this year, with tweaks to the regulations, a fresh-looking spread of tyre compounds, and of course some changes to the roster of car manufacturers. It's goodbye to Sauber and hello once again to the classic name of Alfa Romeo in Formula One. It's also goodbye to Force India. They've been rebranded as Racing Point. Joining me to take you through all the action of the 2019 Formula One season is Anthony Davidson. And it's great to have you with us.
Thanks, Crofty. Always happy to be here, and I'm looking forward to getting underway. Last year was Mercedes' 5th Constructors' title in a row, although for the first half of the season it was absolutely neck and neck with the Ferraris. Hopefully this year we can see the chasing pack take that final step, as I'd love to see a championship contest all the way up to the final race in Abu Dhabi. Another story to keep an eye on is the performance of Red Bull, who have switched to the Honda power unit this year. What that will mean for both their performance and reliability remains to be seen.
It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. Good job yesterday from Valtteri Bottas. The Finn starts from pole position, with Sebastian Vettel starting alongside. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Leclerc, Hamilton, Max Verstappen and Albon, Sainz, Ricciardo, Magnussen and De Vries, Perez, Raikkonen, Lando Norris and Kvyat, Hülkenberg, Gasly, Romain Grosjean and George Russell. Stroll and Robert Kubica takes the last spot on the grid. And now it's time to head down to the track.
Okay, go through. Past here, use overtake. Use overtake. in this lap, and remember the speed limit. We'll be penalised if we exceed it. Keep that in mind as you approach. Exit now. Up to speed now. Let's get some heat into those tyres. The car ahead has come in and fitted the soft tyre. Kimmy is in for his stop. The gap to the car ahead is increasing by a few tenths per lap. You've lost some time to the car behind. Nice work, that brings you up a place. Green flags. Exit now. You'll be racing as you leave the pits. Go now. Up to speed now. Let's get some heat into those tyres. Gap to teammate behind is 11.5 seconds. Leading our teammate by 15.8 seconds. Battery charge is low. If we turn down the ERS deployment, we can harvest more energy. You're losing a small amount of time to the car behind. Keep pushing. End of the race. We'll see you in Parc Fermé.
Well, what a drive that was to take the win for Ferrari today. Anthony Davidson, how do you think they were able to set themselves apart today?
I'd say it was down once again to good, consistent driving, nailing the corners, working to the track conditions and perfecting the team's strategies. They got all of these things right today and the results speak for themselves.
Looking at the podium, you can see that red suit familiar to fans across the globe. A world-class win for a world-class team. Ferrari do it again. Let's have a quick look at how the drivers' standings have changed. Sebastian Vettel now leads the Drivers' Championship. Now, let's discuss, Ant. Who would you say is a contender for Driver of the Day?
I think for Driver of the Day, I'd probably pick Lando Norris. He lived up to every inch of his reputation today, and I think he'll be going home.